guys, welcome back to the Laker family, where I'm going to be diving into last night's game between the Lakers and the Utah Jazz. We came out and did what I expected us to do, and the Lakers did everything that I had asked of them to do yesterday, which was to come into a tough environment, which is Utah is always one of the toughest arenas to play in as an opposing team. The Lakers were able to load management the key players of the Lakers without actually load managing like so-called players do in Clipperland. Their form of load management was not even playing that many minutes and not even playing the fourth quarter at all. Anthony Davis, LeBron James, both of them only played less than 30 minutes. Anthony Davis with 26 minutes had a monster stat night with just limited minutes. That is scary, very scary. A beastly game from Anthony Davis, with not even having to expend that much energy doing it. Same thing with LeBron. He was able to kind of just coast, just roll out of bed with this stat line of 20 points, 12 assists. It was very dominating, this game right here. And to those, especially in the media, who believe that this team was going to not show themselves against tougher teams, they're sadly mistaken. And like I've told y'all before, we can be this dominant most of the time. The majority of the time, we can be this dominant as long as we eliminate those silly mistakes that we were making. It's just that plain and simple. We make the silly mistakes, the turnovers, the lapses or whatever on defense, ton of brick threes. You're gonna look mediocre against tough teams. When we take care of the ball, you win the 3-point game, and we canceled out their star players, just as we did with the Mavericks. We contained their star players, and even if we didn't completely stop them, they struggled from the field with Doncic and Porzingis, and then we turned around and play stifling defense against Nikola Jokic. Anthony Davis just completely just owned him like he was his daddy or something. Anthony Davis is and will win the Defensive Player of the Year, hands down. No ifs, ands, buts about it. The only player I can think maybe he has a close, or that's even in the round right now is maybe Giannis. As far as defense, because Giannis can kind of play, he can kind of guard all 5 positions on the floor. But as of right now, Anthony Davis is just literally taking people out of a game. Like they're just complete non-factors. And their star players today are the Jazz, which were Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert only, only 13 points, 10 boards, and Mitchell, he had 29 points, but it was a hard 29 points. It was 11 for 24 from the field, 3 for 7 from 3-point range. So it was totally physically dominating defensive show that we put on display last night. And I'm very proud of my team for that. Kudos, and I give credit where credit is due. They finally eased my mind as far as knowing that we can actually eliminate mistakes and the silly stuff, and work on the nuances that was causing us to lose or just be mediocre. So very, very pleased to see that we were able to beat consecutive great teams in the West. 2 teams that were considered to be top or championship level contending teams in the West. So I know they talk a lot about we're entering into the tough December schedule, but to be honest with y'all, it doesn't even have to be tough if we can play like this. I don't see any team being considered tough against us as long as we play like this. Not even have to play the full quarter with our 2 stars in only 29 minutes or less for both of them. That was amazing. I'm so hyped and just very, very pleased on that part. The bench, the supporting cast, they played great defensively. Dwight Howard, man, what can I say? He knocked down a 3-pointer and had the whole bench going hype. Kyle Kuzma played great defensively this game. He didn't try to overdo anything. He played within the flow of the offense. He made a few key blocks, and it got the bench excited as well, to the point to where the Jazz announcers were they were kind of salty. They were a bit salty, saying that the Lakers were going overboard with their celebrations and things of that sort. But you know, we've been through years of humiliation and our fair share of people celebrating against us. So I mean, you just gotta take it for what it is. You know, whatever. Now, I can say that LeBron may have went a tad bit overboard as far as like coming all the way out onto the court while the game is still playing, you know, celebrating. But come on, they were just salty because they were getting completely wiped off the floor without LeBron and AD even playing in the fourth quarter. And that's all that came down to. Bogdanovich normally has a good game against the Lakers for whatever reason, I don't know. But he was the only person that they had that was somewhat efficient. Other than that, it was just suffocating. We suffocated that entire team. And it was absolutely amazing. Yeah, JaVale McGee, 8 points, a block, a better production and more of a live body down low than in recent games. Caldwell Pope is still contributing well. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. 14 points in just 25 minutes. We had a Dudley side. He only played 5 minutes. He knocked down his only shot, which was a 3-pointer. Rondo played terrific again. 14 points and 12 assists to go along with 2 threes. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, Rondo. That right there, that will get the job done. And we're doing this without the services of Avery Bradley. So, and we're doing this without Kyle Kuzma really just going off like as a third star, if you will. So imagine once Kyle Kuzma actually gets comfortable, which I know he will, and we've seen him even do it in a stretch. It was like a little small sample size, but at least we know that he can do it. It was maybe 4 or 5 games in a row where he had like 18, 20, 23, and then I think he got injured in the eye, poked in the eye, and then he just kind of just took a nosedive with his production. But last night he didn't force anything. And he played well defensively. So kudos to him. I'm like again, guys. I'm very excited, and like I say, we can keep this train rolling as long as we dot our I's, cross our T's, and just stay sharpening our knife, if you will. Just not getting complacent, and keep an eye on whenever we can low manage our stars, like how we did last night. Trying to see who we have next. We got here. Okay, looks like we have the Trailblazers at 7:30 Friday. Yeah, Friday. So that should be another kind of game that we can coast through. Carmelo Anthony is playing well. I'm happy for him. Very happy for Carmelo Anthony, especially after everything he's been through. But they're still like at the bottom of the Western Conference, and we should go in there, take care of business, and even possibly have low management again in the fourth quarter with our stars. But I think that covers the bulk of it, guys. And as always, thank y'all for watching. If y'all want to be a part of the Laker family, like, share, and hit that subscribe button. I'll be back to recap the next game. See y'all next time.
Hey, I got muscles like Superman trainer. Real rare like Super Saiyan Mega. I jump, stomp on Lucifer.